Hello? How's everyone doing today? We're just gonna have a quick chat before I get ready for bed. It's been a bit of a long day, you know? I've been out and about all day, running around, trying to get things done, visiting people, and it's just been busy. I've been very busy. I have a lot I need to get caught up on because I was out sick for a week. Basically, a week, yeah. So there's a lot I need to make up. But I'm feeling much better now. But yeah, getting sick is no fun. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend so far. I don't think I'll stay on long because, fortunately, I do have to work early tomorrow. I know. But one of my coworkers went on maternity leave, so I've been covering for her until she gets back. And unfortunately, that means basically giving up my Sundays, as I'm one of the few people in my job who doesn't have any kids or anything like that, so I'm able to pretty much work whenever. But I mean, I don't mind, but I kind of would like a full weekend, you know? But it does pay well. I miss when I would have both Saturday and Sunday off. But I've been a very, very busy demon. Yeah, I am going to go on a little trip next weekend, so I do think I'll be able to stream because I'm not leaving until the evening and it's only an overnight thing, so I'll probably be able to squeeze in a stream or two before I go. But some exciting stuff happening this coming week that I can't wait to tell you all about. So I have been trying to plan collabs better, you know, reaching out to those who have expressed interest before, and I do have one coming up very soon, so it'll be very exciting. I'm excited. I hope it going well, and with it being with somebody I'm friends with will boost my confidence when I ask for more collabs in the future, because I do get rather nervous about that. Thank you, Dr. Frederick. Oh boy. I just have this thing where I get so nervous to ask people for things or to say things, to express how I feel about something. And I guess that is something a lot of people are real nervous about, which I don't understand why, but it's just something that I struggle with and something I still struggle with. I guess it's just an anxiety thing. Believe it or not, but I do have pretty bad social anxiety. Isn't that funny as somebody streams? But I find it very ironic, you know? Like, I'm able to talk into a camera and, like, talk to you all perfectly well. But when it comes to, like, reaching out to somebody and, like, asking them for something, even though I know they will most likely say yes, it's just so scary. Yeah. I think it could also be the way some people are socialized when they're younger. Because I was actually talking about this with a couple of the women I work with. And it feels like as a woman, I'm not allowed to like have any opinions sometimes. And this could be because I grew up in a time when women were very much more viewed as something to be seen and not heard. So it was just really hard for me to find myself as a person, because it was just so much easier to not say anything and to just go along with whatever everyone else was doing and have decisions made for me. And because if I spoke up about something, I would get punished. And I just learned, maybe I just shouldn't say anything at all. There was a point in time when I didn't talk much, because it seemed like every time I would say something, it would inconvenience others or put an emotional burden on other people. And I didn't want to be somebody who did that, so I just didn't say anything. And it was like I went from one extreme to another. I went from being somebody who talked a lot to the point of being overbearing. And people would tell me to shut up. They said, "Hey, you're being annoying. Like, shut up, I don't care about this." They would say that right to my face. And after a while, I just said, maybe people would like me better if I just never said anything. And I just kept my head down, went with what everyone else dictated for me. And that was a time when I was very unhappy. And this was during a pivotal developmental point in my life. So in a way, I really had no way of forming a solid identity until I got older. Why am I trauma dumping on all of you? But the reason why I'm saying this is I feel like there's this stigma against people who act a different way than what's expected. And a lot of people read those, especially those who are neurodiverse, as weird or creepy. And not all of us who come across that have bad intentions. Some of us are really anxious, and we just don't know how others want us to act, because we've tried everything. We've tried everything we could to fit in, to be accepted, and it seems like no matter what we would do, people would just always act hostile towards us. Because this is an unfortunate thing, but humans naturally have this thing where they know somebody is different. They can sense that somebody is different. And it's like a very subtle thing. They can pick it up in body language or in tones of voice. And they know that somebody, this person sticks out, this person is not like us. and they'll act hostile towards them. Or even if it's not outright hostility, they'll have biases against that person based on, hey, this person is not acting the way I'm expecting them to. And I feel like that's so unfortunate because it just further stigmatizes certain behaviors that are actually very harmless and are a result of anxiety. And I feel like when that stuff is said on a big platform, then that just causes more harm than anything. And I feel like so many people have biases against those who are different, even if they don't want to admit it, even if they don't want to acknowledge it. They do. They do. I mean, look at me. I'm a demon who is like a couple hundred years old. And hello, dead man. I'm a demon who's a couple hundred years old, and I've experienced this myself many times. Even when I'm in a more human-like appearance, people know. People can tell. They're like, oh, this person doesn't pass the vibe check. She doesn't pass the vibe check. She's giving me weird vibes, almost like, yeah, thank you. Almost like she's like seeing through me. And I can guarantee, at least I can speak for myself, that I never intend anybody harm. Or if I seem like standoffish or awkward, I'm not trying to be mean or rude or anything. A lot of the times when I seem like kind of like dismissive or like aloof or anything like that, that's because I'm probably just like having an anxious day. And I don't mean to like come across as like too blunt or anything like that. I never have any bad intentions. Because sometimes I do say things that do come across as harsh and dismissive and like I'm not listening. But a lot of the times it's just because if I don't know what to say in a certain situation, I'll just try to say as few words as possible. There are times when somebody will say something to me and I'll just get caught so off guard that I just like don't know what to say, and so I'll just like not acknowledge it because I'm put on the spot, and I will just say, okay, moving on. And especially stuff where I feel like it's not really any place for me to say something, or if somebody just wants somebody to like vent. A lot of times if somebody's like venting to me, I just won't talk or respond back, mainly because I don't think they want advice or anything like that. I think they just want somebody to listen. So if I'm like ever in a group and I'm just not saying much, it's mainly because I'm just listening to what other people are saying. And I just won't say anything if I don't have anything meaningful to say. Because some people are way better at using their words than I am, and a lot of the times I just don't have anything else to contribute. I'm not somebody who will just like randomly say something just to put my own two cents in. There have been situations where I just won't talk about things because I feel like I don't know enough about it to say anything. Like, I understand that I have a platform and what I say will impact somebody, but I'm not gonna talk much about an issue that I'm not educated in. Or if it's something that doesn't involve me, I'm just not going to say much about it. But I guess that's like something that is kind of rewarded in social media, where everybody feels like they need to contribute to a discussion regardless of who they are, and everybody needs to have like a take on everything. And I'm sorry, but my hot take is, if you just like don't know about what's going on, if you don't know, have anything meaningful to contribute, then maybe it's just best to stay quiet. If somebody asks me what I think about something and I just don't really know much about it, I will say I don't know much of it. I don't know enough about that to contribute. And I try to do my research. I try to stay informed, but you know, I just don't want to spread any false info or say anything that will harm others. The reason why I was talking about this is because, you know how social media is. Like, things will get out of hand and somebody will say something very inflammatory and it'll hurt others. And especially like with written social media, just like maybe think before you tweet, you know, think before you post. Because in a way, influencers do have a responsibility. And in a way, they are responsible for their actions and also how those who follow them will react to something. I have seen cases where people with a platform will have their viewers attack others because they feel like they're defending that person that they're fans of. And that's something I also want to discourage. I don't need you all to harass others or to attack my peers in my defense. I'm a grown demon. I can take care of myself. And I just don't want anybody to harass others in my name, you know? That is something I really resent. And just like, be responsible for your own actions as I'm responsible for mine. As I believe it or not, I do work really hard to make this space as comfortable as possible and make my streams as comfortable as I can. I don't ever want anybody to be afraid to be in my chat because of how others will treat them. Because I want those who feel maybe their outside world is too harsh on them or things are being hard on them. I want them to feel safe here. This is a safe zone. I am inclusive to all as long as you're not a dick. Like, that's my philosophy. Just don't be a dick. Ba-doom. Oh yeah, I've been having some issues with my Streamlabs. I don't know if y'all noticed, but for some reason, every time I like close out of it and reopen it, it like makes me log in. And I'm not sure why, but it like completely ruins all the settings I have set up for stream. Like, I know my description is gone, so I probably should go back in and copy and paste it, but it's just kind of annoying, you know, because I had like that whole wall of text that were my chat rules, and they just disappear from every VOD. And I just don't know why it does that. It started doing that yesterday. And I was like, why? I don't remember logging out. I'm not good with technology sometimes. Oh boy. It's been a long day. Very, very long day. It's been a long week. This is one of those weeks where I did 6 days and I am just exhausted. Someone say annoying, I'm here. No. It's fine, it's fine. It's just, I'm bad with technology. You know, living out in the wilderness will make you that way. Oh god, I didn't have a smartphone until 2016. That's how like inept I am. Can you believe that I was using a flip phone up until then? But I do appreciate it, you know? I know everybody's like, oh, phones are so bad, but it's just like, oh, but it makes life so much easier. like it makes finding places easier, like with the GPS and all that. And like looking things up and all that. Like I just I know it's bad to be glued to the phone, but it really does help a lot of things. And like I like that I can listen to my music on it, because do you all know how much space like CDs can take up? It's like, what if I just want to hear like one specific song? I can just like find it. I think that's neat. I don't know. I just like use my phone as a tool more than anything else. I'm not like glued to it. Yeah, it is toxic, but I was talking about that earlier, about how people need to be responsible on social media and understand that what they say does have an impact. And sometimes it's just best to not say anything at all. Because I feel like I said earlier, social media like makes it so people feel like they need to have an input on everything, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes it's best to just not say something if you don't have anything meaningful to say. Yeah. Also, social media gives people like a warped view of how things are. There's so much like fake stuff out there and like manipulated information, and I'm just like, and it's bad because the stuff that is like highly sensationalized is the stuff that gets spread, and a lot of it just isn't accurate. It's like social media has definitely changed our perception of reality. And I'm not sure if I like that. This is why I say it's good to get out there and touch grass. Because what you see on social media is stuff that purposely it's like manipulated to get a strong reaction out of you. Everything. Yeah. It's not good to always be connected, always plugged in. And I think sometimes it's best to unplug and go outside. There's something to be said about being present, you know? I have heard of people who will go visit their family, and all that family does is sit around and play on their phone. And I'm like, you're wasting precious minutes rather than talking to somebody. But I mean, a lot of stuff I do on my phone is like work related, so I can't help it. But like, I do make a point to put down the phone like at dinner time and to just talk. Because you're missing out if you're glued to that screen. Missing out on probably the most beautiful years of your life. That's also why I think, you know, despite having the world's information in the palm of your hands, people just don't know anything. Because people don't know how to do research anymore. Yeah, well, that depends too. Because if your family's like toxic, then I get it. But like, it just bothers me. Oh, one thing I absolutely hate is people who are at a concert and they spend the whole time recording it on their phone and like watching it through their phone. And I'm like, why are you doing this? You paid money to be here and to watch this and listen, but they're just so focused on whatever it is they're doing. It's like, put the phone down and be present. Do you really need to document this and share it with people? Because they're not the one who paid to be there. Like, if they really wanted to go, they would have bought tickets, or at least made an attempt to. Like, nobody cares about your concert. Nobody cares about you being at a sports game except you. Who are you trying to impress? Nobody. Nobody cares. Like, what? Like, why would I care if somebody's at a concert to some band I don't even listen to? Like, what am I gonna say? Like, just tell me in person. Just say, hey, I went to see this band. And you know what I'll say? I'll say, cool, did you have a good time? Like, how were they? Did they play well? Did they sound good? Like, did they do anything cool on stage? Like, jeez. Like, I really wish people would just live in the moment. I'm more likely to be interested in like, for example, like a concert video. I'd be more interested if they just told me that they were there rather than seeing that concert video, because a lot of phone, like, videos taken on phones, especially concerts, they look like ass. And I'm like, I know that's not what the person is seeing in real life. Like, why would I be jealous of a compressed, like, pixelated, like, shit show, like, of lights and sounds and, like, the crowd screaming? Like, why would I want to see that? Like, it's like, just like, just like tell me about the band, or maybe like show me a song. You don't need to show me a live video of a concert I can barely see. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna think that they wasted their money, you know? Oh god, it's like, especially if it's like a big band, like that I know costs a lot of money to see. Like, you're paying like several $100s to watch a concert later on your shitty phone. Like, don't you want to like listen and see the band? Like, do you really need to document this? That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody actually cares. I don't even take videos of concerts. Like, even if people ask me to, it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna like waste. I'm not gonna like waste time that I paid to be there trying to get pick videos that's only gonna look and sound terrible. There are bands that like do live videos, but they have like professionals like capture the video and sound. And that's why it looks good. That's why live footage captured by professionals looks good, not from somebody's iPhone. Just like put down the phone and be there in the moment. I do take pictures now. Like, if I'm somewhere and something happens that's cool, I will take a picture of it. Like when I went to the aquarium and there was a sea lion there that was swimming around in the tank, and it kept swimming up to the like wall where people were looking at it, and it like kept swimming up and like sticking its tongue out, and it kept doing that over and over again. And I was like, oh hey, that's cute and funny. So I took out my phone and got a video of it, but I felt like that's fine. Hello, Sai. Hello. I feel like taking pictures and videos isn't all that bad, but like just don't be so focused on taking a picture or a video and posting it just for an audience that doesn't actually care. Not everybody needs to be an influencer, you know? Sometimes you can just live. I haven't updated my personal like social media accounts in so long. Like, I have my Twitter account that I use to like communicate, and like I'm mostly on Twitter, but I haven't updated my Facebook or Instagram. I haven't done any of that. I haven't updated that in so long. Yeah. mean, granted, if I did see a UFO, I would probably try to take a picture of it, only because that's cool as fuck. But I don't know. I also do appreciate the art of good photos or good videos. Like doing it for the artistic side of it, I think that's fine. Like if somebody takes a really beautiful picture of something that's just happening, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Like I do think photo and video is a good way to document things. But, you know, sometimes you just want to take a picture of something because it is so touching and meaningful. But, like, you know, don't miss out because of that picture. Like when I went to the Grand Canyon, I took a lot of pictures of just the canyon and the animals, and just like things that I thought were neat. Because I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like I want to be able to look at this again. But, you know, just be in the moment. What I'll also do, rather than taking videos at a concert, is I'll take like pictures like before it starts of the stage if they're setting up something cool. But then like as soon as it starts, I'll put away the phone. And of course, I never use my phone in movie theaters, like ever. Like as soon as the previews start, it goes away. Like I'd say it's fine to use like during the pre-show, like when people are coming in and the lights aren't even off yet. I don't know if I like that. I want some privacy. I want things to just be between me and whatever deity is out there. There's not everything needs to be documented. Wear an eye patch. They're not going to see anything like meaningful. What are they gonna do? See my car dashboard constantly because I drive like all the time. You know, see me looking at you all. I don't know. I'm probably not going to get any. I'm not somebody who would get like a cybernetic enhancement for the convenience of things. The only reason I would get anything like yeah, I do have that. I have a webcam cover that I put on when I'm not using it. But it's just like, what was I talking about? I'm probably not somebody who would get any like machines put into me unless it was like a medical thing. Like I understand though people who have like insulin pumps and like pacemakers because that's something that keeps people alive. But like anything other than that, I don't think I'd want it. Like anything that like medical technology, any machines that are used for medicinal reasons and to keep somebody like healthy, like I feel like that's okay. And if I ever needed those, I would definitely get them. only because they do make things a lot easier, but any cybernetic enhancements just so I can like be plugged in even more than I already am, I don't think I'd want that. So, how's everybody's month going? I know the holidays are coming up. I haven't done any of my shopping yet, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's very cold today. Very, very cold today. I was visiting my sister and I was like, oh my gosh, you poor thing. It is so cold in your hallway. But when I got into her apartment, it got warmer, so. Oh yeah, did I tell y'all that my sister adopted a kitten? Like, she's super cute. Like the kitten. So, yeah, I went to go see. But she's a little squirmy little thing. I believe she's only 3 months. Like just old enough to leave the litter. But yeah, because I think the previous owner, their cat, oh boy, she is so tiny. She is so small. Let me think. With tail or without tail, I think she is 2 with the tail. She's smaller than my cats were when they were kittens. Because we adopted my cats at around the same age. One of my cats was 6 weeks, and the other was 8 weeks. Oh yeah, I guess she's older, but because she's 13 weeks. But yeah, my cats were 6 and 8 weeks when we got them. But yeah, because the previous owner their cat had kittens, and the kittens were old enough to be weaned, which means that they are old enough to be taken from the mother. So my sister and her husband were looking to adopt a cat, and they got lucky and they found somebody who was looking to give away a cat. But yeah, she's a little tuxedo kitty, and she's very cute. Her like paws and ears are so big compared to the rest of her body. It was so funny because I went to go see my parents, and the family cat is there, and he is 15, and he is so large. Like, I picked him up and I was holding him, and like, because he's one of those cats where you can do that and he doesn't care, because he just likes being held. Like, I guess my cats, like, they liked being held because we would hold them a lot when they were kittens, and so they got used to it. And yeah, that's really the trick if you want like a cuddly cat, is to get them used to it, like when they're young, if you can. But yeah, the kitten that my sister adopted, she's very affectionate. Like whenever she's sleepy, she'll like to like lay on them. Like she was laying on my sister's chest when we left. But The little goober was like running around the apartment and like getting into things. I'm like, yeah, like they had some things high up on the shelf, and a talker. She is a bit of a talker. She is. She does a little mew because she'll want attention. But I told them, like, yeah, just like, even if you put something really high up, just like be mindful that she's going to want to get up there eventually and she'll figure out how to. Because cats will see like a ledge, a high ledge, and they'll be like, oh, that's a challenge. So just assume that no matter how high you put up something, that a cat will get up there. Well, they will do their best to figure out how to get up there. Because I learned it with my cats. It didn't matter how high up I put things, they would find a way up in the tallest cabinet. And I'm like, get down there, I can't even reach you. They would sometimes end up on top of the fridge. And like, I'm not very tall myself, and you know, even though I have wings, I can't really use them indoors because they take up so much space. They're about as wide as I am tall. So I can't really like use them to like get my cats down, because I would just like knock things over when I would like open them. So I would have to like use a stool to get them down. But again, I am not very tall just anyway. So I'd be even like on the highest rung of little stools we keep at my house, and they would still be too high up. There was one house that I lived in where I had to actually climb on top of the counters. Yeah. Yes, they will. They will definitely. Yes. Don't leave anything that could break out, because that will end up on the ground if you have a cat. But yeah, I did live in a house once where I had to climb up the kitchen counters just to reach things, because I swear that house was built for a giant. And again, like I said, I can't fly or float too. I can't use my wings because they knock things over whenever I open them. Even me keeping them like this is a little dangerous, because they just have to be careful. But I know you all like seeing them, so I do like to keep them out. But I can put them away pretty easily, see? Whoop. Like that. Yeah. I can also hide my horns. Sometimes. Just do that. And look at that. You think I look like a normal human? I just like keeping them out because I like them. I think they look good. I think my horns and my tail and my wings look good, so I like to keep them out on stream. But when I go out, this is what I look like for the most part. It's more common than you think. I mean, people just assume I dye my hair. And I've moved around enough that people don't really seem to notice that I don't age. Yeah, I've lived in a place long enough. It's time to move on and start over. And, you know, people don't know. Kind of like the Cullens in Twilight. You know, they would move around a lot and people contacts and makeup. That's how you play it off. Like my eyeliner game is great. Well, I'm capable of using glamour magic too, so I can do other things so to make things a little more human-like, but usually this just doing this works well enough, you know? That's why I like Halloween, is because I can walk around without my glamour and everybody just assumes I'm in costume, you know? You know that episode of Invader Zim where all Zim wears is like contacts and a wig and people think he's human? It's like, yeah, that's pretty applicable. You know, people will see what they want to see, and a lot of the times a lot of humans don't even believe in demons. So they never think that the lady with magenta hair and cat eyes is a demon. They just assume that she is goth. Maybe she's born with it? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's hell magic. Actually, I'm gonna be real with you all here, but I do wear makeup. This sometimes this isn't natural. This is makeup to some level. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's undead. Oh no, I'm not undead. I'm not undead. I haven't died. I am very much alive. I just have a different means of existence than humans do, you know? You know, just think of hell as a different dimension, you know? Just a being from a different dimension who was born on Earth and will continue to live here for the foreseeable future because I like it here. Depends. Depends. Yeah, my birthday was on the 1st, which unfortunately I couldn't spend it with Hale because I was sick. But my birthday cake depends. My mom made me a cake today, devil's food cake, if in case you're wondering, and it was a pretty big sheet cake. But I told her, don't worry about the candles, please. I don't want to burn the house down. It was. But a lot of the times, sometimes I'll just go to the grocery store and get a cake. Because I love grocery store cake. It's the frosting. The frosting they use is so good. I think it's because it has a lot of butter in it. It normally does. So yeah, when I bought a birthday cake earlier this week, I went and got it from a grocery store. It was a cannoli cake, and it was very good. And I think my roommate's been eating it because I'm not eating. I'm eating like a little bit every day, like a tiny slice, but it's been disappearing faster than that. So I think my roommate's been eating on it. I just do one big candle, honestly. I stopped counting after a while because I'm just like, that's too many candles, and I don't want to be reminded of how old I actually am. Shit, how old did I turn this year? Oh my god, I've lived for so long that I actually forget how old I am sometimes. Hang on. Yeah, I am 289. Oh, I am 289. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am kind of having a moment here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? Are you serious? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. No. That can't be right. That can't be right. Hold on. Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. I am sorry, I'm just looking at my phone. No. No, no, no. No. Why? Yeah. Don't ask me about numbers because I can't tell you. Ooh. really been that long? J-Rock, are you some kind of like mathematician? Because I am quite pathetic at math sometimes. Excuse me. Might be getting a bit sleepy. Might have to go to bed soon. But as always, this has been a very nice chat. I will probably see you all tomorrow. Alright? Good.